Hello and welcome to Game Development with Python Pygame. This is the sixth part of our series. Previous ones are in the description below. And in this part I'll be adding some little tweaks and quality of life changes to our game. Like changing the angles that debris spawns at whenever we shoot at window or a door, giving zombie an attack cooldown whenever he attacks the player, and also giving the player some special effects whenever he picks up a health pack. Also, I want to change the zombie HP view to much more beautiful and optimized bar here at the top. Also, I want to give our player an attack spread. Whenever he shoots, these bullets will be spread if he runs. So if the player moves, he will be very inaccurate, which will make it far more realistic, and the game will be a little bit harder to play. So let's get right into it. Alright, so for the tweaks. The first thing on our checklist is randomizing the debris spawn whenever we shoot a window or a door. So to do that, we need to go to our def broken in our destructible obstacle function, and here, when we check if it's a window or a door, add this small variable. Rotation will be equal to random choice out of this list, which has 0, 90, 180 and 270. This will be the degrees we will rotate our image at. And when we put our image to the screen, we, instead of just passing this function, the self.game.broken window parameter, we already passed the rotated window, so pygame.transform.rotate this image by the degrees we chose here. So we already passed the rotated image. And exactly the same for the door, because this was for the window and this is for the door. It's exactly the same, but the image is a bit different. And as you can see, now when we just go around the screen, for now there's a 25% chance that the images will be the same, but if I go here, that was a little bit of a sneak peek there, I break these windows, and as you can see, they are different. They spawn at different degrees. They are rotated differently. And you may ask, why don't we put like 97 here, or 187, or 270, or 280? And the thing is, if I put it like that, you'll see some interesting thing. See how messed up it is. That's that's 0 degrees, and that's like the 280 or some. See how messed up the pixels are. And this isn't only this window. This window, see, they will be the same. Like these are good because they didn't turn at all, but these are bad because they turned at some degrees. And that's because these are really small pixelated images, and when you rotate them at the degrees that aren't 90, 180, 270 and 360, there will be this little thing with pixels, because the pixels don't know how to get around and they only need to be rotated by those 4 degrees. So you, when you are making a game, you need to take that into consideration, and that is why we only use degrees like these ones. Okay, and the next one on our checklist is giving zombie an attack cooldown. And why do we need that? See, for now, when we come across some zombie here, I'll just walk to him. I can walk through him. Like if I accidentally walk to him, he'll just kill me in a matter of seconds. Like if I looked away and see, half of my health is gone. And that isn't just how it works, and most games have mob attack cooldown for that not to happen. So doing that is actually really easy. What we need to do here is just give it this if clause here. If now, and by the way, now is a variable that gets the current ticks, minus self.player.last_hit, and self.player.last_hit is a variable which we define in our player class here. It's the same as self.player_last_shot. It's exactly the same because the function that it does is exactly the same. So when we get the now, for example, it will be 10,000 ticks, and this thing will be 0. So we just, it's more like 10,000 minus 0 is more than 300. So we set self.player.last_hit to now. So now this is 10,000, and if now is 10,200, so 10,200 minus 10,000 equals less than 300. So the zombie can't attack. He can attack only every 300 milliseconds. So now that will be balanced, and we will be able to walk through the zombie. They won't corner us that bad as they did before. So it's gonna work great. And also I moved these hits to the to our for loop here, because it works the same, and that's just much more convenient for this if close to work. And now if you'll see, I just walk to the zombie, and see, I walk through him. He hits me only once, or maybe twice, because he has a cooldown, you know, so it works great. And if I pick up a Keller here, so I can show you a bit more. And also while I'm here, I'll show you the way our doors now work. See, they also have different images. And now they just can't corner me, because anytime I just can walk away. Because before I could not, because they were just attacking me constantly and were constantly pushing me into the wall. So now the zombie bug is fixed, and it works great. Okay, and the next one in our list is our heal up effect. And for now I'll do it exactly the same as our damaged effect. When our player is damaged, we just like remove it from the screen for a little bit. Our heal up effect is gonna be the same, and later maybe we'll add some like green crosses or something like that. So what we need to do is we need to add self.healed variable here in our player. It's by default it's equal to false, and we're adding the same basically function called heal. The properties are exactly the same, but it's self.healed equals true, and self.damage alpha equals a little bit, like it will last a little bit less long. So it will last like that. It's only for one iteration, and this one is for 3 iterations. And when we go here, you'll see exactly the same if clause as with the damaged. The color is exactly the same for now. Maybe later we'll add some images. And the blend is exactly the same. And yeah, it's self.healed equals false. If self-healed, we do that, and equal to it false. And when we're healed, don't forget to, when we pick up a health pack, don't forget to call this function, because without it, it obviously won't work. And I'll show you how it works now. I pick up an armor, I'll let some zombie damage me. By the way, why don't I stay in the corner to show you how it works? See, he's getting closer, and then he's just like pushing me away from the wall, so he can't corner me whatsoever. So I'll get in here, and see, when I pick up a health pack, I just disappear for a split second. That's like, that doesn't look very fancy, but that's for now. Later we'll change it, but for now that's like a small little change. It's great. And yeah, that is for the heal up effect. Okay, and the next we're gonna be basically changing our zombie HP bar for it to look better. You've probably already noticed it when I was shooting the zombies. So when we come here and I shoot the zombie, see, he has the black outline on him, and like when I shoot it again, the bar always remains at the middle of the zombie, not like near the zombie corner. So it's always at the middle, no matter how he walks. And I decided not to change basically. You see, the bar moves when the zombie moves, because his hitbox is a little bit different when he moves. I decided not to change that, because I think that looks pretty cool. And if it's gonna be stationary, it won't look as cool. So yeah, it always stays at the center. And basically, to do this, you need only 2 minor lines of code. So over here, we always put our health bar mid-top. When we define here our health bar as a rectangle, we always put it at the top, at the middle top, but we only put its X at the middle top, and we don't change the Y, because the Y is already perfect, and the X should be at the middle of our zombie. And here in where we draw the rectangle, we draw basically exactly the same rectangle, but filled black with 2-pixel border. So this green rectangle will always have the border and will look great, as you already saw in this video. See, it just looks more optimized and amazing, because when there wasn't this black outline, it didn't look that good. Alright, and the last thing is probably the hardest one for today, but it's still incredibly simple and quick to do. It's a quick fix. It is like decreasing the player accuracy when he's walking. So I'll show you right here, because oops, that's the wrong mode, that shouldn't have happened. Okay, so I'll show you here. See, I'm shooting like that, and when I'm walking I get a bigger like spray. It's like you can really see it when I go to the rifle. I'll get the rifle. See, I'm shooting like this, it's perfectly fine. And now when I'm walking, see how much spray is it? If I stay, it isn't that much spray. So like when we walk, when we just move, even when we move at the back, we have more of a like spray and or bullet spread, if you want. See, now when I move, it isn't that accurate anymore. So to do that, we need to define self.moving flag in our player init. By default, it's obviously equal to false because we are standing. And here in our update, we need to define when and when not do we move. So if our velocity equals 0, and I only take velocity x because we don't change our y velocity whatsoever. When you apply speed, it's always 0. So if our velocity x equals 0, then we're obviously not moving, we're standing. But if it equals a positive number or a negative number, that means we are moving, because if we're not moving, our speed is 0. So that's actually really simple, and it is in the update because we constantly need to check if we're actually moving. And then over here in our shoot not dictionary but a function, we define here's this if clause. Before this video there was only this line of code. We only defined our spread as it was here, but now we check if we are moving. If we are moving, we give our spread twice as much space as when we aren't moving. So like the start and the end of our spread will be like bigger values, and still the bullets can be like incredibly precise, but there's a better chance that they won't be. So like because the spread is going to be twice as big. And here, if we are not moving, our spread is obviously normal and as it should be. So just like it's okay. And again, I'll show you. See, the pistol like spread isn't that precise as when I'm standing. You know, so like it isn't like that. And also for the shotgun, see, I'm not moving, and now I'm moving. See how much spread does a shotgun have? Shotgun like portrays it really great. The shotgun has a lot of spray. See, like for now it's precise, and when I move, it isn't at all. So it works incredibly great. And now the game requires a lot more skill to shoot, because you need to stand still to kill a zombie. And also, I don't know if I already shown you, the doors break also have different images when they are broken. And like, let's test the rifle spray also. See, it isn't like precise at all. It isn't like good, and if I break the doors, see, the images are different when I break them. So the same as with the windows. And now when I run in this like 4 or 3 zombies, I won't get killed immediately because they all have an attack cooldown, you know, so they can't kill me all at once. And it works incredibly great, and I'm dead. And also, what I remembered just right now, it is that we have an incredibly huge fix for our game. This will fix like a lot of our problems. When we go here, we change the 36 radius to 37. So when we run, just this thing just looks better, you know, it's like, I like it more with this radius. I mean, you can put like 40 in there, but that won't be as great, I reckon. Yeah, like the circle isn't as big, the red circle. So I think like 37 2 pixels is great, because like we have 3 here, so it's like it's gonna overlap by 1 pixel and 2 pixels are gonna be outside. So our weapon will be seen incredibly great. And the cut is beautiful. Later we'll like remove this thing or add a new parameter in here, because for now I don't like it how it's like a ton of blank space here. So yeah, we need to change that. And I'm also thinking about like giving here a pistol, like pistol, and type P2K, and then the ammo to remove the space. And over here we'll maybe gonna add some, I don't know, like magic powers or coins. I don't know if we're gonna add coins or something like that. And also later on I'm planning for zombies to, basically when we kill a zombie, for it to drop bullets, so the bullets won't be just lying around, but they can drop from the zombies. But that's for later on, and for now we're having a game like this. Okay, that's all there is to this video. Thanks for watching. This video was pretty small, but it's okay, because we managed to do a lot of small work that usually is left out when developing a game. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below, suggesting an idea or asking certain question. This channel's videos are gonna be expanding like crazy soon, so make sure not to miss it. Click the subscribe button. All the useful links are in the description below, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!